ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरम्। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्वन् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। So we saw yesterday why Daharopasana is given. For whom? Mandabuddhinam. For Mandabuddhinam, Daharopasana is given because those who believe in Gati, Gantru, Gati, Gantavya, in all those concepts of liberation, movement after death, etc., those who believe in that, for them, this is Upasana is given. Now, so we have seen up to some portion of Shankara Bhashya. Now one more thing, last paragraph. Dik desha guna gati phala bheda shunyam hi paramartha sadadvayam brahma manda buddhinam asadiva pratibhati. What is Paramartham? Supreme, thoda havas karna, kam karna. The Lord, Paramatma, Parabrahma Tattvam is what? Dik desha guna gati phala bheda shunyam. Little bit. Hari Om, thoda. Ha. Hari Om. Hari Om, ha. Dik desha guna. Dik means direction. Desha, place. Guna, qualities. Gati, destination. Phala, various fruits of karma. Bheda, phala bheda shunyam. It is devoid of all these things. Where? In Brahman. That Brahmasthiti, it is devoid of all these things. Paramartha Sat Advayam. Paramartha, which is Sat, which is one without Sadadvayam, Brahma. Okay? Mandamatinam Asadiva Pratibhati. It appears as non-existing to the dull intellects. Because what? It is because of no guna, no gati, no destination, no gantru, no phala, bheda, shunyam. It is devoid of everything. When it is said Brahman is freed from all these things, for mandamati, mandabuddhi, dull intellect, understands that it is to be as asat, that is non-existent only. How can you think about a vastu which is freed from all these things? Dik, desha, kala, vastu bheda, phala bheda, gati bheda, gantavyasthana kuch bhi nahi, shunyam. How can you imagine a vastu to be of this nature? How can you think which has no guna, no kriya, no vishesha, no sambandha, dik desha kala rahitam vastu? How can you think of such a vastu? So, for a mandabuddhi, it appears as asat, non-existent. So, therefore, for a mandabuddhi, it appears as asat. Asadiva pratibhati. Think. It doesn't exist. Therefore, upasana is to be given, has to be guided. Therefore, Shastra Shrutimata says, Sanmargastaha tavad bhavantu. Okay. Now, this truth which is devoid of dik, desha, guna, gati, phala, bheda, this tattvam which is devoid of everything, is difficult for people to realize because they think it is asat, non-existing. Such a vastu doesn't exist. They conclude. So therefore, before you declare the truth as this, for our dull intellects, they are to be guided. From what? From form to formlessness. From guna to free from nirguna. From saguna to nirguna. It has to be guided. Why saguna? Saguna is only alambanam, support. Therefore, Shrutimata says, first let them be established on Sanmarga. Shrutimata, Upanishad Mata says, okay, it is difficult for all of them to understand the truth, so let them first of all tread the path of Shreyo Marga. Sanmarga, good path. First you tread, be good, do good, dharma, anushtana, little sadhana, anushtana first. May you be established on the path of good. Sanmarga, tanmargastaha tavad bhavantu. Tataha, thereafter, shanaihi. Shanaihi means slowly. Shanaihi paramartha sadapi grahayishyami. Slowly I will teach them, I will make them grasp the paramartha tattvam. What is paramartha tattvam? No guna, no vishesha, no kriya, no sambandha, no dik, desha, kala, bheda, phala, bheda, shunyam. Shunyam means it is devoid of. So when everything you remove, it becomes non-existent. So many where students ask this question to the gurus, that guru, when everything is removed, what remains is nothing. So this is not nothing. But the Brahma Tattva is like that. So how do we raise? Shrutimata says, Grahayishyam iti manyate Shrutihi. Shruti wants us to guide us. How? By giving us some support, some upasana, some alambanam, some support. Okay? So thus, therefore, these upasanas are given in this 8th chapter. Dahara Vidya Upasana is given. For whom? Manda Buddhi. Who is Manda Buddhi? Those who have not understood 6th chapter and 7th chapter. Those who have understood Sadvidya and Bhuma Vidya, Shankaracharya says, for them there is no need. There is no need. Understood means anubhav, realization, clear cut, own up. When Shastra says you are Brahman, own up. So, I believe in the false mirror which is showing a ugly reflection of mine. I believe in the reflected image more, because when I wanted to look at myself, and what kind of mirror is in front of me? Imperfect mirror. In that imperfect mirror, when I see myself, because I can't see myself other than mirror. When I see myself in my mirror, immediately I hate myself. But the Guru says, no, the fatness in the image is only due to upadhi. You are actually freed from all this. You in your own nature is not fat, nor lean, nor tall. You are a nice person. Samudrika lakshanas are very good. You are a beautiful person. There is no lopa in you. There is no deformity in you. Think. When all this was told, I don't believe Guru. I see my image in the mirror and I consider myself as that. Similarly, Parichinna Aham is considered as I. Then Guru and Shastra says that you are Brahman. I can't believe. First believe, own it up, then you will know the truth. First you deny yourself, deny that truth, then you can never realize the truth. So first 7th and 8th chapters, if we accept, yes, I am the nature of pure consciousness, freed from all vasanas, all mental problems. I am beyond all this. I am in my own nature as pure consciousness. I am Sadvidya, that Sat is me alone. Bhuma is me alone. That Sukham, that is Sukham. Yadvai Bhuma, Yovai Bhuma, Tat Sukham. That is me. That Anantam is me. Guru told, Shastra told. So I accepted it, I owned it up. And then I am trying to establish myself in that thought, first in the thought, in that experience. Then there is no need of special upasana for me as Dahara Upasana. I am that. Always remembering that. But I cannot contemplate on Brahman, which is Guna Rahita, Rupa Rahita, any Lakshana Rahita. I think it is non-existent. Therefore, Dahara Upasana is given. Okay? Now, before we go into the first mantra, we will see some thoughts about what is this Dahara Upasana. Dahara Upasana. Okay? Now, Dahara Upasana, Upanishad clarifies, but it is Upasana has to be done. What is Dahara Vidya? It is called Dahara Vidya. Dahara Vidya is very popular. It is called as Dahara Vidya. Our full name is Dahara Akasha Vidya. Dahara Akasha Vidya. What is Daharakasha? Daharakasha means space in the heart, or otherwise called Hrudayakasha. So, what is Daharakasha, Dharavidya? What is Alambanam? What is support? What is the symbol for meditation? The space within the cavity of the heart. That has to be, is the place for the meditation. Okay. Right? So there is it will come, mantra will come later on. Now, when we are meditating on the space within the heart, that space is meditated upon as Ishvaraha. Saguna Brahma. Ishvara means who? Saguna Brahma. So when I try to meditate on the space within my heart, I try to meditate that space within my heart as Saguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma. That means what? Daharakasham or Hrudayakasham is equated with Saguna Brahma or Ishvaraha. Okay. So, I meditate as what? This Daharakasham is my Swarupam. Saguna Brahma Upasana, not Nirguna Brahma Upasana. This Daharakasham is there, that is my Swarupam. And every day we go to Daharakasham. Every Jiva, every Shariradhari, not human beings alone. In Nidra Avastha, we enter into our heart and sleep. What is the Jiva Sthanam in Nidra Avastha? Hrudaya Sthanam. So therefore, this Daharakasham is identical with Saguna Brahma, space within the heart. Now, in earlier we saw certain upasanas, we also saw Aham Graha Upasana. Aham Graha Upasana means invoking the Lord as I, not as separate from me. Similarly here, in Daharakasha, I invoke Brahman, Saguna Brahman, upon myself. So that Hrudayakasham, Saguna Brahma is my Swarupam. Saguna Brahma is my Swarupam. Where is meditated upon? In Hrudayakasham. So in Hrudayakasha, Saguna Brahma is meditated as I, not as somebody else, not as other than I, as I. It is called Aham Grahopasana. So upon myself, I invoke Brahman, Saguna Brahman. This invocation of Saguna Brahma upon myself is called as Aham Grahopasana. This we saw earlier in Chandogya Upanishad, in various Upanishads, Aham Grahopasana. Okay? In other upasanas, what do? We take an idol and we superimpose Lord on that idol. We see the Lord in the idol, not in myself. I see Shiva in Shivalinga and worship. I see Vishnu in Saligrama and worship. But here I see on myself Ishvara and I meditate. Okay? So, now, when Upasaka says, when Upasaka says, Aham Brahmasmi, who is he? He is Upasaka. That means it is not Anubhava Siddha Vakyam for Upasaka. He is imagining himself to be Brahman on the strength of the Guru Vakya or Shruti Mata. Aham Brahmasmi. So it is not that knowledge that he acquired about Brahman. He had not realized that he is Brahman. But he is invoking himself to be Brahman as Aham Brahmasmi. Okay? So therefore, now, what do I know myself now? I myself, I know, I recognize myself as samsari. In samsara. Now I am rejecting it. I am not a sansari. I am not a sansari in samsara. But I am Brahman. This meditation is done. So, when this imagination is done, it is called upasana. When I did not get the knowledge, I am still imagining, it is called upasana. Meaning it is not anubhav. It is not a fact for him. It is only imagination. Okay? Now in Vedanta Vichara, you do Vedanta Vichara, you understood, you realized, you understood that BMI is not you, and you have recognized the importance of Tattvamasi Mahavakya. Like yesterday evening we saw how the Chidabhasa itself is illusory nature. In the evening we saw yesterday evening. Therefore, very existence of this jiva is questioned. An entity who is maintaining its appearance due to ignorance, fueled by samsaric thoughts. Otherwise, there is no entity, separate entity. This we saw yesterday evening exhaustively. Therefore, in Vedanta Vichara, Aham Brahmasmi, if you understood, with the Shastra Bala, with your own Nididhyasanam, it becomes a fact. You are not doing upasana, you are not imagining. You have realized, you have understood, you have studied, Guru Mukataha, you have contemplated, you have done your Nididhyasanam, and it becomes very clear one day that you are not this physical body, mind, intellect complex. You are that Brahman. You will know. Therefore, there are 3 stages in Upasana. What is Upasana? Not Upasana, there are 3 stages. Not in Upasana, there are 3 stages of progress. What is that? First one is what? Bheda Upasanam. Mahatmas have classified it. Bheda Upasana means God is different from me. Krishna is different from me, Rama is different from me, Hanumanji is different from me, Ishvara is different from me. All forms. In one shot, Ishvara is different from me. I worship Ishvara. I do Upasana of Ishvara. That's called Bheda Upasanam. Next step is Dhara Vidya, you come, where Aham Grahopasana. Aham Grahopasana, Ishvara is me. So, myself, nothing but Ishvara alone. So, there is no difference between Ishvara and me. This is second Upasana, is called Abheda Upasanam. There is no difference between Ishvara and me. Then Abheda Upasana means what? Imagination, not realized. Not realized. But after Upasanam, third one is through Vichara, Vedanta Vichara. What happens is Abheda Jnanam takes place. Jnanam is realization. Okay? So, what is Dhaharupasana? Dhaharupasana is Abheda Upasanam. Aham Grahopasanam. I am imagining myself to be Ishvara. I am contemplating Ishvara in my heart as I, Aham. Okay? Now therefore, in the body, there is a heart. Heart, the fist size. What is the size of your heart? You know that, no? Size of your fist is your heart. And they say thumb you place inside and close it. The space occupied by thumb becomes the cavity of the heart. So little small place only. Small space. This much space. So there is a body. In the body there is a heart. Within the heart there is a space. In that space, Ishvara is to be imagined. How to be imagine Ishvara? Not again with Trishooladhari, with the form there, as Akasha. That will come later on. Suspense revealed. Don't imagine anything there. That Akasha. Therefore, this space imagined is Saguna Brahma. Okay? So, 8th chapter, first mantra. Atha yadidam asmin brahma pure. थोड़ा मुंह खोल के पढ़िएगा, क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गया आपको? चाय वाय नहीं पिया क्या सुबह? अथ यदिदम अस्मिन् ब्रह्मपुरे दहरं पुंडरीकं वेश्म दहरोऽस्मिन् अन्तराकाशः तस्मिन् अन्यदन्तः तदन्वेष्टव्यं तद्धाव विजिज्ञासितव्यमिति अथ यदिदम् अस्मिन् ब्रह्मपुरे दहरं पुंडरीकं वेश्म दहरोऽस्मिन् अन्तराकाशः तस्मिन् यदन्तः तदन्वेष्टव्यं तद्धाव विजिज्ञासितव्यम इति. Now, this is introducing Dharakasha. First he said, Yad idam asmin brahmapure. This body is given as a name. This body is given the name Brahmapuri. Brahmapuri means city of Brahman. Beautiful, no? Body is given name. What? Brahmapuri. Brahmapuri, the body in which Brahman is residing. Brahmapuri. Asmin Brahmapure. In this Brahmapuri, okay, Daharam Pundarikam Veshma. Daharam means what actually? Small. Daharam means, meaning of Daharam, I never said what is Daharam so far. I said the space in the heart is called Daharakasha. Why it is Daharam? Daharam means small. Alpa Akasham. Daharakasha means what? Alpa Akasham. Alpa Akasha means very small space. There is a small space. So, there is a body. And the Pundarikam, lotus heart. Heart is a, if you see, it is always called as inverted lotus, like this. Yes or no? Inverted closed lotus. Inverted lotus heart. That's why, when we get lotus flowers for puja, they are not opened. We open the petals and offer it. While you are opening the petal, feel that you are opening the petals of the heart, your heart. Anyway, I am not going into that. There are so many petals. In some Shastra it is mentioned. Each petal is given a name. The petal has to be opened. Okay. So when you are doing puja with the lotus, suppose, when you are opening, you feel that you are actually opening the petals of your heart. More compassion, more generosity, more love, more patience, more forgiveness. All these qualities of the heart. Open them up. Feel that they are opening up. Anyway, this is simple upasana. So Dahara means what? Small. So Dahara Akasha means what? Small Akasham. Small space. Okay? Now, actually in the mantra you will say, so what is the first one I said? Yad idam asmin brahmapure daharam pundarikam veshma. This is dwelling. Veshma means dwelling. Dwelling place is there in the pundarikam. In pundarikam veshma. In the sharira, which is called brahmapuri, there is a heart. In the heart, there is a small space called Dahara Akasha. That is a dwelling place. The space is dwelling place. Dahara Akasha. This is small place. Dahara asmin antara akasha. Tasmin anyadantaha. That which exists in that space, tad anveshtavyam. That which exists in that space has to be known. So body, heart, space, and that which exists in space has to be known. Anveshtavyam. Tadhava vijignyasitavyam. That tadhava, indeed, that has to be inquired. Vijignyasitavyam. That has to be inquired into. That is the sloka meaning. Okay? Now you say, in the mantra it will come. We say that a small akasha What is there to inquire? There is nothing inside. One side you are telling there is Akasha. Akasha means nothing exists. Second time you are telling that you investigate what is inside space. I think, Guru, is there any space in your head? You are talking nonsense. One side you are telling it is space. Second side you are telling discover what is in space. Tad anveshtavyam. So this is actually, we think it is a small place. But actually speaking, in Daharakasha, many things are there. The Upanishad says whole creation is there inside your heart. Whole creation is in your heart. Upanishad mantra says. How can this whole creation exist in the heart? Because the Alpa Akasham, what you thinking it is Urdaya Akasham, is nothing but Brahman, Saguna Brahman. That Akasha is Brahman. Will come later on. I'll come up to that later on. Therefore, in the heart, everything exists. Okay? Therefore, we keep some murti and do puja at home. And we call that, suppose Ramji, puja murti is there, we do worship. Jagadadharaya Namaha. Jagadadhara means Brahman only, Ishvara only. How can that idol be Ishvara? So it is a symbol of Sarvagatam Brahma. The Sarvagata Brahma, which is Jagadadharam, is seen. Therefore, similarly, Daharakasham is nothing but Brahman. Therefore, we say Daharakasham is actually Sarva Adharam. It is support of everything. Now, what is present in Daharakasham, you have to inquire. Why should I know what is in the space? Inquire, you tell, or why should I know what is in space? If you know what is in space, it is for your upasana. To do upasana, I must know what is in the heart. Okay? Therefore, you have to imagine that Daharakasham as total Brahma. Ramana Maharshi, all great Mahatmas have given this meditation only. Now here I will make it clarify something. Many people, Ramana Maharshi also, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, all of them said there is another heart in the right side, not left side, right side. There is another heart on the right side. It is called spiritual heart. Spiritual heart. Now, which heart I should meditate now? Right heart or left heart? Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he never spoke about right side heart. In any Upanishad, in any Bhashya, anywhere. Hrut Mamsapinde. Mamsapinde means in the physical Mamsapinda. In that space, you meditate, he said. So don't have any confusion. We are, as per Bhashya, what is the space within the cavity of the Mamsapinda heart, anatomical, physical heart, which is there, that space alone has to be meditated. We never talk about right side spiritual heart in Bhashya. Okay? Now, so therefore, Therefore, Brahma, to know, one has to meditate on Dahara Akasha. This is Dahara Vidya. Okay? Now, important thing. What is this Akasha? The word Akasha in Dahara Akasha refers to Brahman, not the space. There is a Daharadhikaranam in Brahma Sutras, where it was exhaustively discussed by Shankara that the Dahara Akasha mentioned in Chandogya Upanishad, Dahara Vidya, that Akasha is Brahman, not space. Okay? Here the student doesn't not know. Student is not told that Akasha is Brahman. He will come to know later on. The student is asked only to meditate on the space within the cavity of the heart. How to meditate, he will tell. Later on, it will be revealed to him that Akasha is none other than Brahman. Later on, it will be revealed. So, in Brahma Sutra, it is analyzed and established. The word Akasha means what? Brahman alone. If somebody says, how come Akasha is called as Brahman? Here we gave some definitions. What is that? Akasha means asamantatvat akashaha. Asamantatvat means it is pervading in all directions. It is like a space. Akasha samanatvat. First one, Akasha samanatvat akashaha. It is like space, therefore it is called a space. Number one. Second one is, it is ekaha. Brahman also is Akashavat Sarvavyapi. But space is one, Brahman is one, ekaha. Second one is Sarvagataha. Space is everywhere, Brahman is everywhere. Akasha is Arupaha. Brahman is Arupaha. Therefore, Brahman can be called as Akasha. Sir, we are not satisfied with the definitions. How can Brahman be Akasha? Second definition is, another definition is, Asamantat kashate prakashate iti Akasha Brahma. That which shines everywhere, Chaitanya Rupena, is Brahma. That's why Ishvara is called as Dik Ambara. Who is Saguna Brahma? Digambaraha. Akashaha dik eva ambaram yasya. Whose clothing is space only. So space is covering Brahman, or whatever Brahman, the Brahman is expressing as space only. So when you contemplate about Akasha, which Akasha? Not Bahira Akasha, Hridaya Akasha. Slowly, if you do Abhyasa, slowly after some time, mind settles and you get a hold of the heart and the cavity of the heart and the space within the heart. And that space is imagined to be Brahman, Saguna Brahma. Slowly, if we can do it regularly, you will establish there. Okay? So, Tasmin Tadantaha, teacher says, Tasmin Tadanta means in this Akasha, which is located, you have to inquire. Sutra only, sloka, mantra only. Tadanya. Tasmin Tadanta means you have to inquire from a teacher. You have to meditate. Tat vijignyasitavyam. That has to be known, that has to be meditated upon. So know Dahara Akasha, know what is there in it and meditate on it. Therefore the word Akasha continues to be a mysterious word. Akasha, Dahara Akasha. Now Upanishad only is giving, it is not a dialogue between student and teacher. But Upanishad says, if the students ask like that, Guru should answer like this. In that language, Upanishad is teaching us. If students say this, Guru should say that. Who is answering, telling this? Shruti Mata. It is not a direct conversation between Shishya Vacha, Guru Vacha. The teaching is done in the form of, if students ask like that, Guru should answer like Upanishad is telling. Tam ched bruyuho yadidim asmin brahma pure daharam pundarikam veshma daharosmin antarakashaha किम तदत्र विद्यते यदन्वेष्टव्यम यद्धाव विजिज्ञासितव्यमिति सब्रूयात् तम चेद ब्रूयुः यदिदम् अस्मिन् ब्रह्मपुरे दहरं पुंडरीकं वेश्म दहरोऽस्मिन् अन्तराकाशः किम तदत्र विद्यते यदन्वेष्टव्यम यद्धाव विजिज्ञासितव्यमिति सब्रूयात् तम चेत ब्रूयुः तम गुरुम चेत ब्रूयुः if should they ask him tam chet bruyuhu should they ask him mean if they ask the teacher what they ask this teacher yad idam asmin brahmapure now in this brahmapuram the city of Brahman daharam pundarikam veshma there is a small lotus like dwelling okay pundarikam lotus art dwelling is there daharam pundarikam veshma dahara asmin antara akashaha and within it there is a small space dahara akashaha kim tadatra vidyate what is that exists there you are asking us to meditate what is that exists there to meditate upon kim tadatra vidyate yad anveshtayam what is to be sought after for realization yadhava vijignyasitavyamiti yad anveshtayam which is to be known what is to be inquired sought after for realization sabbruyat then he should reply who should reply teacher should reply sabbruyat so this we will see tomorrow more om purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnamevavasishyate om shanti 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 harihi om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha harihi om Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai.